This is Adam Gillespie with Rancid and Sweaty Calves coming at you with yet another video. And I was actually looking forward to the next Spiderverse movie. I did enjoy the first one. I thought it was relatively fun and enjoyable. However, the trailer for the next one has been lacking. I'll say that. And now that I've seen this, I'm more inclined not to go. Because the second that you start involving political talking points, the second that you start involving highly controversial statements like trans kids, which is wrong, they don't actually exist. They may be kids who play with Barbie dolls who happen to be boys, and then the parents put them on hormone blockers and completely permanently change the course of their life. 15-year-old girls and 14-year-old girls are getting mastectomies. It's ridiculous. You're mutilating children at a young age, and you're saying, protect trans kids, and this is hanging over one of the main characters' bedroom doorways. Gwen Stacy, Spider-Gwen, has a flag that says protect trans kids. I suppose it's only slightly more on the nose than the pedophilia flag that is part of the LGBTQ now. If you guys haven't seen that one, I'm pretty sure it's light blue and light pink with some yellow, and it's got the matching stripes, and there's a white line in there that stands for purity, which means the young age. It's disgusting. It's a flag that literally is supposed to represent people in the LGBTQ AIE place ZWXY alphabet people alphabet group who want to diddle kids. This is ridiculous. And trans kids, protect trans kids, meaning protect the right of the parents of these trans kids, of these kids that are happen to be playing with toys that don't fit their gender because of some sort of stereotype. Protect the parents' rights, or the hospitals or any other interventional adult figure. Protect that person's rights, not the actual kid. Don't protect the kid. Protect the right of the person who wants to groom these children and change them into something that they're not, and morph them into what they want that child to be. Folks, if you don't know why it is that there's this continuous push to sexualize children, it's because of two individuals. One of which I cannot remember the name of at the moment, who made the claim that children were inherently sexual beings. And we found out, I think back in 1997, maybe a little bit before then. No, way before then, actually. Way before then. I'm getting that mixed up with the second guy. The first guy I'm talking about was the one who made the claim that we are inherently sexual beings, therefore children are sexual beings, therefore all this other stuff kind of just falls into place within the inherent nature of this sexual renaissance that we're going through, or this sexual rebellion that people are going through. It's a disturbing trend that we see, but this person molested children who were only 4 months of age at times. No consent, no ability for that child to comprehend what was going on, just straight up molested him. Absolutely disgusting. And on top of that, you have the person, the founder of the modern day transgender ideology. When a boy had a botched circumcision, who was a twin, was raised as a woman, had the gender affirming surgery, where they cut off his wanker, the rest of it, and then they had that boy live out his life as though he was a girl, and then eventually he found out that he wasn't actually a she. And he found out about all these other things that his parents allowed to happen, and that were done to him and his twin brother. Sexually degrading acts that were taking place on a daily basis under the guise of trying to make sure that a young boy would grow up to be a woman. And in the end, that young boy did not actually remain a woman, or remain believing that he was a woman. Instead, what happened was he wound up killing himself because of the absolutely disgusting amount of sexual abuse that took place between himself and his twin brother at the hands of these parental figures and authority figures in his life that decided that just because there was an accidental snip that went too far down the shaft of his wanker, they should turn him into a freaking girl. That's even worse than what's going on today. But that's the founding of the transgender movement that makes the claim that men can be women and women can be men. And it only gets worse from there, as we've seen time and time again. There is a 19 times higher suicidality rate between even the most marginalized, legitimately marginalized peoples and these people who claim that they can't live with themselves if they don't have gender-affirming care. And all this stuff, the 42% suicide rate, that is 42%. And I think it's climbing with the amount of people who are trying to figure out if they're man or woman. Hint, look down at your genitals. That's all you really need to know. And I know this is a bit of a dark subject to talk about. I'm not a big fan of having to talk about the fact that there were child diddlers that basically founded the modern sexual revolution that is going on in the modern day. But you guys need to know what's going on. You guys need to know the truth about this. You guys need to know the actual truth about what has been going on regarding this garbage sexual revolution that people are talking about, that people have been engaging in. It's founded on the most disgusting, perverted tactics taken by people so they can get their rocks off on freaking kids. On kids. Little kids who can't consent to anything, who don't understand what's going on. The most innocent and vulnerable among us were taken advantage of for the founding of the modern day sexual revolution that people so boldly claim is amazing and wonderful and great and awesome. And this new movie of Into the Spiderverse is, whether they know it or not, legitimately advocating for that garbage. And it'll likely only get worse. And it'll likely only get worse. I, for one, don't want to have to see that. I, for one, am not going to watch this movie because I don't want to see that garbage. I don't want to see it. I don't want to support a movie that has a flag in the trailer that says protect trans kids. I'm not going to watch it. What will you guys choose? Do you guys have the moral figure to make sure that you won't watch something that, even though you enjoyed the first movie, if you did, you won't go and see the second because of all the garbage that's going on regarding it? Well, what are you guys going to choose to do? And what are the people around you going to choose to do? If you tell them the truth about this, if you explain to them the reality of this modern sexual revolution and how it was founded, and then tell them the reality of the situation regarding trans kids, and they still decide to go support a movie that is openly supporting the molestation and mutilation of children, the legitimate, permanently disfiguring nature of those activities to a child's psyche and their physical body, and they still want to go see that movie? What does that say? What does that say? If you can't stand on your moral character, what can you stand on? If you can't stand on your moral character, what does that say? And I get it, people will make mistakes, people are hypocrites. I'm a hypocrite. I happen to know things that I shouldn't know. I've seen things I probably shouldn't have seen. But guess what? It's not a matter of whether or not you see it or know it, it's a matter of what you do with it. So what will you guys do? And what will the people around you do? Make sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification icon if you haven't. Share this video out there with your friends and your family, everyone you think has an importance in your life. Like this video if you enjoyed my ranting and rambling. And make sure to follow me over on Rumble. I will leave the link to that in the description below. I hope you guys have a great day and a great rest of the week.